Coming to you today with one of the more common issues that we see with our older members, and actually, if I'm being honest, now with some of our younger members as far as like junior high and high school age because of their much more sedentary days now than they used to be. The issue is tight groins, tight hips, causing tightness and restriction in the lower back. So before I get into this, take a second, hit the like and subscribe button. That way you can stay up to date on when we release more information for you guys to help you out. One of our favorites to help open up those groins is, we call it a seated good morning. Feet, you want those to be wide. I like to use a bench because then I have feedback on how far over to go, but you can totally use a chair, a footstool, whatever you got, your front steps, whatever you got. You do want those feet to be wide, and that is so that as you fold over into this, those groins are put in a position where they're needed to stretch. You could go just body weight on this, laying over as far as you're comfortable, and coming back up. Knees need to be bent because if they're straight, this is going to turn into a hamstring stretch, but if they're bent, it keeps it in those groins. The first time somebody does this, that first rep, they might only go right here. This is why I tell people to do multiple reps, like big sets, 20 reps or more at a time, because that first rep, they might only make it here before they feel that stretching, but then by the time 20 comes around, they might be further over. And then more important than that is when they get up from this stretch, they can feel the difference in those hips. They can feel a difference in how they move. Big reason that we try to focus on this is tight hips, tight groins, because they pull at your lower back. They make day-to-day activities harder to do because it's harder to get into the position that you're needed to do those. Things like getting to and getting up from the floor, getting into and out of a chair, getting into and out of the shower, like things where you have to move become harder whenever you can't move. If I have somebody that needs a little bit of extra pull, a little bit of extra load to get into this stretch, I have a kettlebell here. A dumbbell would work. Even having a trusted friend that can give you a little bit of a push can help. It's a little bit of a push, not much. But holding the weight here works fine. Laying over as far as you're comfortable. Letting those groins stretch. Coming back up. If you're going to give it a shot, give it a shot. Do it 20 reps or more, 2 to 3 times a day for a week. And let me know how that works for you. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in.